Morning, it's Eric Jingles with BuzzLocal.tv, and thanks so much for tuning in. Glenn, how are you?
Doing great.
Excellent. Now, you got to see, finally, Deadpool 2.
Finally.
Let's get to it.
Sure. All right. So the short-awaited sequel to Deadpool, because it hasn't been that long since we saw it the last time around. This is, it's a winner. It's a nice, easy one to say it's a winner. It's if you like the first Deadpool, this fits in really well. I'm seeing the big debates online seem to be, is it equal to or better than? Very few people saying it's worse than the prior movie. For me, I'm not sure if it's better than the prior one, but it doesn't have to be, because the last one was so great. I mean, for me, the last one went from 0 to Deadpool, and this one goes from Deadpool to Deadpool. So it's less of a shock in the change.
Right.
It's similar style of Ryan Reynolds is still talking to the camera, loaded with jokes, lots of in-jokes, lots of digs against other Marvel movies. He loves to beat up on Logan. He loves to beat up on DC. So all that. So the sexual content is dialed down, the violence is dialed up, and the language is as bad as you can imagine.
The violence is dialed up?
I think so.
Wow. The first one was pretty violent.
Yeah, no, I think they amped it up. Some scenes are quite a bit gorier. I'm surprised at the adults bringing young children to this movie, because that is a questionable choice, I think, overall.
Well, that's the thing there, because you get into, because it's comics, they think kids.
Right.
It's not like Spider-Man like you used to watch as a kid on Saturday morning. This is adult comic stuff.
Right, and I didn't check the rating in Canada. I didn't think to do that. In the States, this is an R-rated movie, which means you must be with an adult if you're under 17 years old. So it's not even a PG-13 or adult audiences. It's restricted. In both showings, there were very few people with young children, but some were there, which kind of makes everybody else a little bit uncomfortable, because you're hearing words that we're beyond the F-bomb here. Like, this is really, they use the language. And
Right.
So there's that. So I think you should rethink that as a choice. But as far as teens and up, you'll love it. If you haven't seen the prior movie, I was trying to think of this perspective, because I have seen the prior one a number of times. For the plus ones are brought along, I think you'll catch up to speed pretty quick. Unlike the Avengers movie, which had like 18 movies building up to it, so a lot more history.
Yeah.
Here, there's substantially less. As a result, I think it works. I think you could skip the prior one, but you shouldn't. But I think you could skip the prior one and see this one. Josh Brolin is great as Cable, so he's apparently needs to give his agent a raise after being Thanos in Avengers, and now he's got this one, and he's also got Sicario coming out. Sicario 2 is coming out in a week or two.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So Josh Brolin is taking over the world, and it's
That's about time.
It is. Yeah.
I think we've been all waiting for that.
He's been due, but no. And there's there's a lot of fun cast with this. There's a team he comes up with called X-Force, and there's a lot of fun with that. And no, it's a solid movie. It's a good standalone movie.
Is it quick-paced? Is it?
It really is, yeah. It flies by quite quickly. I think the things to consider are, with a lot of comic book movies, at the end we wait for that final scene and wait for through the credits. There's an immediate credit scene, then there's one shortly thereafter that goes for quite a bit, and it gets a lot of laughs.
Right.
Then you have all the credits, and then there's nothing. There's a little audio tag at the end that's not even Deadpool. It's not worth the wait.
Okay.
But once you get the words going, go home and enjoy the movie you saw, because stick around for the add-on scene. That's a winner.
Okay, right on. Very good.
Yeah.
All right, and so next week we're going to hear about what?
Solo, for sure, and I might sneak another one in there. I might get out to book night. It depends on scheduling and such. But Solo, for sure, that comes out officially on Friday, so which means check it at the theaters on Thursday if you want to see it before the big crowds, because most people don't know they do a soft release beforehand.
Okay.
Yeah, most big movies are soft released. On Thursday night, and often you can even save $1 seeing it on Thursday night as well, so it's a little bit cheaper, less crowds, because most people don't know, because all the TV is always saying the Friday date, because that's the official date.
Gotcha. Good tip.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, Glenn Monroe, BuzzLocal.tv's movie man, in to talk to us about Deadpool 2. It sounds like it was a great movie, and if you haven't seen it, you're going to want to see it, and it kind of bumped the Avengers movie out.
Yeah, the Avengers knew that Deadpool 2 was going to be formidable force to knock it out, so they pulled ahead to give it a 3 weeks run, which they made. I think they're close to $2 billion if they aren't already. But Deadpool did trump it. Now it comes down to, will Deadpool win week 2, or will Solo overcome? And that, I don't know. there's not a lot of love for Solo. Like there's a lot of skepticism of, is Solo going to be worthwhile, and are they over milking Star Wars? So based on that, it'll be interesting to see who wins the battle this weekend, because it should be a shoo-in for Solo, but I'm not sure it is.
Okay, perfect. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Glenn Monroe, Eric Jingles, BuzzLocal.tv. Thank you very much for watching.